I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I worked in aging for over 12 years. I've done PASARs with TennCare, which is Tennessee's version of Medicaid. So I've been in and out of facilities a lot. And I will tell you that I would recommend Rosewood to anyone. In 2006, my stepmother came to Rosewood and was here until she passed in 2009. We're very, very pleased with the care that she got. And so when my dad became in need of assisted living, Rosewood for me was the only choice. Called and they had a bed open and got him right in. Can't tell you how easy it was. The staff consistently went above and beyond. All the staff consistently. And this started with my stepmom and even with my dad. One of the stories, okay? So I live in Collierville, and my dad, MJ called, and she said, "Your dad fell. I've had to take him to the ER. Can you come down and sit with him?" And my way of thinking, it was, can you come and sit with him, and as soon as you get here, I'm going back to the facility. And so I have a Mustang convertible. And I came down, and MJ stayed until they discharged my dad. And because I was in the Mustang, she brought him back in her SUV and stopped and got him a milkshake on the way back. She didn't have to do that, but he loved milkshakes, and she got him a milkshake. When my dad would get agitated and want something to do, they always found something for him to do that for him felt like it was work-related. Something as simple as counting the outlets down the halls, or having him straighten out the closet where they have the bingo prizes, having him put together model planes and model cars. When my dad first opened his business, he had a hobby shop as a part of the sporting goods business. And so putting together the models for him was like, you know, preparing stuff to display at the hobby shop. And so they were always very creative in looking at how can we help Mr. George. And he was a charter member of St. Luke Church. And there was a fellow, Leon, who would come every Sunday and take him to Sunday school. And Duncan would bring him home from church. And they always made sure that he was up and dressed and ready to go. And I'm here to tell you, I can't tell you of a single time that any of them acted like it was a bother. I mean, they seem to take pleasure in helping the people who live here. And whether it's MJ, the administrator, or Beth or Carla, the nurses, or any of the other staff, all of the staff, it was like he was one of their family. And people would say, "Well, are you going to take your dad to Memphis?" Oh no, could not get the same quality of care there that he got at Rosewood. It was a very rare thing that I let them know when I was coming. I didn't always know. And I would pop in the morning, in the afternoon, at night after the nurses had gone, and it was only the CNAs who were here, all days of the week, weekends, during the week. So I would pop in at all different times, always consistent, always. And there was never that, oh my gosh, get him cleaned up, you know. But Dad felt very comfortable here. And even when he fretted, he got cognitively impaired, and he fretted, it was like the first time he had mentioned that. In other words, the staff didn't get frustrated. As many times over the years as I've been in this facility, I have never smelled an odor. Never. And that's huge. That's huge. When you see the residents here, they seem to be content and satisfied. You don't see residents here anxious and agitated. One of the things my dad said when my stepmother was here and she had become incontinent, he said, you know, It doesn't matter if they get her cleaned up and she has to be changed again in 30 minutes. They are smiling, they are very pleasant and very kind. And that's what I have found across the board. A fella that lived next door to my mother, he and his wife were here. And I talked with him a number of times. And he was very satisfied. He actually came here because his wife was here. And he was very satisfied with the care that she got, and later with the care that he got. So what would I say in a few words about Rosewood? I would say that if I had to do it all over again, I would have put my dad here sooner. When you're ready, consider Rosewood.